Boeing secures multi-billion-dollar contract for F-47 fighter jet, a new era in air dominance for the U.S. Air Force. On March 21, 2025, President Donald Trump announced a monumental advancement in military aviation. Boeing has been awarded a multi-billion-dollar contract estimated at approximately $20 billion for the development of the F-47, a next-generation air dominance fighter jet, as part of the U.S. Air Force's USAF Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) initiative. This announcement signifies a turning point in the U.S. military's approach to air superiority, particularly in light of rising tensions in the Indo-Pacific region. Contract award announcement. During a press conference held in the Oval Office, President Trump, alongside Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth and Air Force Chief of Staff General David Ulvin, introduced the F-47 fighter jet. Trump hailed the aircraft as the most advanced, most capable, most lethal aircraft ever built, emphasizing its anticipated role in enhancing U.S. air superiority against potential adversaries like China and Russia. Development context. The NGAD program, which the F-47 is a central component, has evolved from previous concepts aimed at countering near-peer adversaries. Initially dubbed the Penetrating Counter-Air PCA platform, the program faced delays under the Biden administration due to budget concerns and strategic reassessments. However, with the revival of the initiative under Trump's administration, the urgency for a sixth-generation fighter has been reaffirmed, particularly for operations in contested environments. Competition and bidding process. In a highly competitive bidding process, Boeing emerged victorious over Lockheed Martin, with Northrop Grumman opting to withdraw from the competition to focus on other projects. Despite the intense rivalry, details of the evaluation process were kept largely confidential until the announcement, enhancing the significance of Boeing's win. Technical features of the F-47. The F-47 is designed to incorporate cutting-edge stealth technologies, advanced maneuverability, and a significant payload capacity. Additionally, it will feature capabilities for electronic and spectral warfare, making it a formidable asset in modern combat scenarios. The aircraft is expected to achieve a top speed exceeding Mach 2 and operate within a broader combat ecosystem that includes collaborative combat aircraft (CCAs) with varying degrees of autonomy. Production plans. Following the award, Boeing is set to enter the engineering and manufacturing development (EMD) phase, focusing on maturing and testing the F-47's capabilities. Each unit is projected to cost around $300 million, with full-scale production aimed to begin before the conclusion of Trump's term in January 2029. Export potential. Trump hinted at significant foreign interest in export versions of the F-47, marking a strategic shift from the F-22, which was never offered for sale due to its sensitive technologies. This potential for export could signal a new chapter in U.S. defense export policy, allowing allies access to advanced combat capabilities. Key takeaways from different sources. Source 1: TWZ provided an in-depth analysis of the historical context and implications of the F-47's design, drawing connections to Boeing's previous technology demonstrators like the bird of prey. Source 2: Yahoo emphasized the timeline of events leading to the contract award and detailed the competitive landscape, illustrating the challenges faced by the NGAD initiative. Source 3: Defense Blog framed the F-47 as a crucial element in the U.S. military's air dominance strategy, particularly in the context of replacing the iconic F-22. Conclusion. The F-47 represents a significant leap in U.S. air combat capabilities, promising advancements in technology and operational flexibility to address evolving global threats. This investment underscores the U.S. military's commitment to maintaining air superiority in an increasingly contested environment, particularly as geopolitical tensions continue to rise. The success of this program will be critical for the future of U.S. air power and its ability to project force worldwide. The announcement that Boeing has secured a multi-billion-dollar contract for the F-47 fighter jet represents a significant pivot in the U.S. military's approach to air superiority. However, several counterintuitive aspects emerge from the details surrounding this development. 1. Transition of programs. While the F-47 is heralded as a next-generation fighter, it is part of the broader Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) initiative, which has undergone various changes and pauses in funding. This inconsistency raises questions about the program's viability and the strategic necessity of a sixth-generation fighter at this moment. The need for such advancements seems to contradict the budgetary constraints noted during the Biden administration's review of military spending, yet the Trump administration has pushed for the program's revival. 2. Historical context. The F-47's designation harkens back to the World War II-era P-47 Thunderbolt, which could be seen as a nostalgic nod rather than a forward-looking decision. This could imply that the U.S. military is leaning on historical successes to justify current investments, an approach that may seem illogical in the fast-evolving landscape of modern warfare. 3. Boeing's positioning. Boeing's win over Lockheed Martin, particularly in light of its recent setbacks in both commercial and defense sectors, raises eyebrows. The company has faced significant criticism and operational challenges, making its selection as the primary contractor for such a pivotal project seem counterintuitive. This selection could be interpreted as a gamble by the Air Force, reflecting a trust in Boeing's ability to deliver despite recent performance issues. 4. Competitive secrecy. The bidding process for the F-47 was shrouded in secrecy, unlike previous competitions that were more transparent. This lack of clarity raises concerns about the fairness and thoroughness of the evaluation process. The Air Force's choice to keep competitors under wraps could suggest an underlying narrative that favors political or strategic alliances over objective performance metrics. 5. Export potential. Trump's remarks about interest from allies in acquiring export versions of the F-47 starkly contrast with the previous administration's decision to restrict sales of the F-22 due to its advanced technologies. This change in stance could indicate a shift in U.S. defense export policy, prioritizing economic gains over stringent technology control, which may seem paradoxical given the sensitive nature of military technologies. 6. Technological advancements versus cost. The projected unit cost of the F-47, estimated at over $300 million, raises questions about the balance between cutting-edge technology and fiscal responsibility. This cost is notably higher than many current military aircraft, suggesting that the military is willing to invest heavily in technology that may not yield proportional strategic advantages. This could be seen as a divergence from the military's historical focus on cost-effectiveness. 7. Assumptions about adversaries. The narrative surrounding the F-47 emphasizes its capabilities as a counter to near-peer adversaries like China and Russia. However, the assumption that technological superiority will automatically translate into battlefield success is a historical fallacy. Past conflicts have shown that technology does not always guarantee victory, raising doubts about the efficacy of such a heavy investment in advanced air combat systems. 8. Collaborative Combat Aircraft (CCA). The integration of CCAs in the NGAD ecosystem presents a significant shift in combat strategy. However, it could also suggest an over-reliance on autonomous systems. The military's push for high levels of autonomy in combat may counterintuitively introduce vulnerabilities, as reliance on technology can lead to unforeseen failures in critical situations. In summary, while the development of the F-47 fighter jet signals an aggressive move toward maintaining U.S. air dominance, the underlying dynamics of its contract award, historical context, competitive processes, and strategic assumptions present a complex picture that challenges conventional military investment logic. The recent awarding of a $20 billion contract to Boeing for the development of the F-47, a next-generation air dominance fighter jet, represents a significant shift in U.S. military aviation and strategic capabilities. While many may focus on the contract's financial aspects and its implications for U.S. air superiority, several important elements are likely to be overlooked which could have lasting significance for military strategy. Technology development and international relations. 1. Historical context and future of manned aircraft. One of the most significant aspects of the F-47 announcement is that it may represent the last manned tactical jet for the U.S. Air Force. As warfare continues to evolve, the shift towards unmanned systems and drones has been accelerating. The F-47 is being developed as part of the broader Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) initiative, which includes Collaborative Combat Aircraft (CCAs). While the F-47 is a crude platform, its integration into a networked system with autonomous drones may redefine future air combat. The transition from manned to unmanned systems raises critical questions about the roles of human pilots in future conflicts and the ethical implications of automated warfare. 2. The role of Collaborative Combat Aircraft (CCAs). The F-47's design and operational philosophy are closely tied to the development of CCAs, which are autonomous drones intended to support manned aircraft in combat scenarios. This integration emphasizes a shift in tactical airpower from traditional platforms to a more networked multi-domain approach. The F-47 is not just about being a superior fighter. It is designed to function as a command and control node within an ecosystem of manned and unmanned systems. This capability is significant because it reflects an understanding of future warfare where information dominance and networked capabilities will be critical for success. The potential effectiveness of CCAs could also influence budget allocations and research priorities in military procurement. 3. Technological innovations and stealth capabilities. The F-47 is poised to incorporate several advanced technologies, including those developed from Boeing's earlier projects such as the Bird of Prey technology demonstrator. The emphasis on broadband stealth and advanced electronic warfare capabilities is crucial, especially considering the growing sophistication of adversary detection systems. The ability to remain undetected while engaging in combat operations will be a key factor in the success of the aircraft and its operational effectiveness. Observers may overlook how these technological advancements will set a new standard for future aircraft design and development, influencing competitors globally and impacting international defense markets. 4. Strategic implications for international relations. The potential for exporting the F-47 even in a downgraded version represents a significant shift in U.S. defense export policy, especially compared to the limitations placed on the F-22. This could enhance U.S. partnerships with key allies, particularly those concerned about regional threats from near-peer adversaries like China and Russia. The strategic implications of providing advanced capabilities to allies could reshape power dynamics in various regions, particularly in the Indo-Pacific, where U.S. air superiority is increasingly challenged. The export strategy will also need to navigate complex political landscapes, especially with nations that may not always align with U.S. interests. 5. Economic considerations and long-term investment. The contract with Boeing is not merely a short-term financial investment, it represents a long-term commitment to reshaping the U.S. military-industrial complex. The anticipated production costs, estimated at upwards of $300 million per unit, raise questions about budget allocations and the long-term sustainability of such expenditures amid competing domestic priorities. The decision to invest heavily in a new fighter jet comes at a time when the U.S. is scrutinizing its defense spending, and the implications of this choice will resonate through future budgetary cycles. The investment in the F-47 has the potential to revitalize the U.S. aerospace sector, impacting jobs and technological innovation across the industry. 6. Secrecy and competitive dynamics. The competitive nature of the bidding process and the secrecy surrounding the NGAD program are noteworthy. The fact that details were closely guarded, with companies like Lockheed Martin and Northrop Grumman only being confirmed as participants at the announcement, indicates a shift in how defense contracts are managed. This level of secrecy may not only affect how other contractors approach future bids but also how the U.S. government engages with industry partners. The competitive dynamics within the defense sector will likely evolve as companies adapt to the increasingly opaque nature of procurement processes. 7. Political landscape and leadership influence. The announcement was made by President Donald Trump, highlighting the political ramifications of defense contracts. The intersection of military procurement and political leadership can shape not only defense policy but also the future of military technology. The timing of the announcement ahead of the 2026 elections raises questions about how defense contracts are leveraged politically. The commitment to air dominance and military capabilities may become a focal point in political discussions affecting public perception and voter sentiment regarding national security priorities. Conclusion: the F-47 as a catalyst for change. In summary, the F-47 program is not just about developing a new fighter jet, it embodies broader trends in military strategy, technology, and international relations. The historical context of manned aircraft, the integration of autonomous systems, advancements in stealth technology, the implications for U.S. alliances, and the economic considerations all contribute to the significance of this development. As the U.S. Air Force embarks on this ambitious project, the decisions made today will undoubtedly shape the landscape of military aviation and global security for years to come. 1. Significance of the F-47 in the context of U.S. military strategy. The F-47 fighter jet awarded under the U.S. Air Force's Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) initiative marks a transformative leap in U.S. military aviation. With an estimated contract value of $20 billion, this program aims to address the evolving threats from near-peer adversaries such as China and Russia, particularly in strategically significant areas like the Indo-Pacific region. The F-47 is anticipated to be the first crewed sixth-generation stealth combat jet, introducing advanced capabilities that could shift the balance of air superiority. This development is crucial as the U.S. military seeks to maintain its dominance in increasingly contested environments, emphasizing the need for technological advancements in aerial combat. The F-47 is not just a replacement for the F-22 but represents a broader strategy to adapt to future warfare, integrating collaborative aircraft systems and advanced electronic warfare capabilities. 2. Competitive landscape and bidding process. The contract awarding process for the F-47 was highly competitive, primarily between Boeing and Lockheed Martin, with Northrop Grumman withdrawing to focus on other initiatives. The selection of Boeing signifies a pivotal moment in the company's trajectory, being the first clean sheet design awarded in its history. This competitive bidding environment reflects the broader defense landscape where technological superiority is critical. Boeing's victory over Lockheed Martin suggests a potential shift in how the U.S. Air Force views its partnerships with major defense contractors. The historically secretive nature of the NGAD program adds a layer of intrigue, showing how defense procurement is adapting to modern military needs where stealth and advanced capabilities are paramount. 3. Technological innovations and features of the F-47. The F-47 is designed with cutting-edge technologies that include advanced stealth features, high speed exceeding Mach 2, and expanded payload capabilities. It is expected to operate within a broader combat ecosystem that includes collaborative combat aircraft (CCAs) with high degrees of autonomy, enhancing its operational flexibility. The aircraft will incorporate sophisticated electronic warfare systems and next-generation sensors, which are critical in modern warfare. The emphasis on broadband stealth and spectral warfare capabilities indicates a strategic focus on countering advanced adversary technologies. This technological foundation not only seeks to improve air combat performance but also to ensure survivability and effectiveness in complex battle environments. 4. Implications for U.S. defense export policy. The potential for the F-47 to be available for export even in downgraded versions represents a significant shift in U.S. defense export policy. Historical precedents such as the F-22, which was never offered for sale to foreign allies, highlight the sensitivity surrounding advanced military technologies. President Trump's announcement of interest from U.S. allies indicates a strategic pivot towards enhancing international partnerships through defense sales. This could reshape the landscape of military alliances and collective security arrangements, allowing the U.S. to strengthen ties with allied nations while simultaneously expanding its defense industry's market. The implications of such a policy shift could have lasting effects on global military dynamics, particularly in regions where air superiority is contested. 1. Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II. The F-35 program represents a significant investment in next-generation stealth technology and multi-role capabilities for the U.S. and allied forces. Initiated in the late 1990s, it faced numerous challenges including delays and budget overruns. But it was designed to replace a variety of aircraft across multiple branches of the military. The F-35 is a fifth-generation stealth fighter emphasizing versatility for air-to-air and air-to-ground combat, much like the anticipated capabilities of the F-47. 2. Northrop Grumman B-2 Spirit. The B-2 Spirit stealth bomber was developed during the Cold War to penetrate dense anti-aircraft defenses. Its design and technology revolutionized strategic bombing, establishing a new paradigm for air dominance. The B-2's advanced stealth features and high payload capacity were groundbreaking, paralleling the F-47's intended advancements in stealth and combat capabilities. 3. McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle. Initially introduced in the 1970s, the F-15 Eagle set a high standard for air superiority fighters. Its combination of speed, agility, and advanced avionics made it a dominant force in aerial combat. The F-15, much like the F-47 is expected to be, was developed in response to evolving threats and aimed to ensure air superiority against advanced adversaries, a key focus for the new F-47 initiative. The recent announcement of Boeing securing a multi-billion-dollar contract for the F-47 fighter jet marks a significant turning point in the landscape of military aviation and defense strategy for the United States. With an investment of approximately $20 billion as part of the U.S. Air Force's Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) initiative, the F-47 is poised to redefine air superiority, particularly in the context of evolving geopolitical tensions, especially in the Indo-Pacific region. Future outlook and predictions. 1. Advanced capabilities and technological integration. The F-47 is expected to integrate cutting-edge technologies that will enhance its operational capabilities. These technologies include advanced stealth features, enhanced electronic warfare systems, and high levels of autonomy through collaborative combat aircraft (CCAs). The emphasis on these features indicates a shift towards a more network-centric warfare approach where manned and unmanned systems will operate in concert. We predict that the aircraft will not only serve as a frontline fighter but also as a command and control node for a swarm of autonomous drones, significantly enhancing situational awareness and combat effectiveness. 2. Increased production and export potential. With the anticipated cost of each F-47 unit estimated at around $300 million, Boeing is likely to ramp up production capabilities to meet both domestic needs and potential international demand. The U.S. government's willingness to consider export versions of the F-47 could lead to a significant increase in defense sales, fostering closer military ties with allied nations. This export potential represents a strategic shift from the F-22, which was not made available to foreign partners due to its advanced technology. The F-47's compatibility for export could provide allies with a competitive edge while generating substantial revenue streams for Boeing and bolstering the U.S. defense industrial base. 3. Shaping future air combat doctrine. The introduction of the F-47 will likely influence U.S. air combat doctrine, emphasizing the need for multi-domain operations and integrated air and missile defense strategies. The aircraft's design and capabilities suggest a focus on countering near-peer adversaries, particularly in the Pacific theater where air dominance is crucial. We expect that the U.S. Air Force will leverage the F-47's capabilities to develop new tactics that prioritize high-speed engagements, increased maneuverability, and the ability to operate in contested environments. 4. Long-term implications for defense budgeting. The $20 billion contract for the F-47 comes at a time when the U.S. defense budget is under scrutiny for efficiency and effectiveness. As the program progresses through the engineering and manufacturing development (EMD) phase, we predict that the costs associated with the F-47 will lead to broader discussions about defense spending priorities. The success or failure of the F-47 program may influence future funding allocations, with a potential shift towards advanced technological capabilities and modernization efforts. 5. International geopolitical dynamics. The development and deployment of the F-47 are likely to impact international relations, particularly with adversaries like China and Russia. The aircraft's advanced capabilities may prompt these nations to accelerate their own military aviation programs, leading to an arms race in 5th and 6th generation combat aircraft. This dynamic could further strain U.S. relations with these countries, as they may perceive the F-47 as a direct threat to their air capabilities. The geopolitical landscape will evolve as nations respond to the introduction of the F-47, potentially leading to increased tensions in contested airspaces. 6. Impact on Boeing's market position. Securing the F-47 contract is a critical milestone for Boeing, marking its first clean sheet design in the fighter jet segment. This success could revitalize Boeing's defense sector, which has faced challenges in recent years. We predict that this contract will bolster investor confidence and lead to increased collaboration with military and technology partners, positioning Boeing as a leader in next-generation military aviation. 7. Research and development innovations. The F-47 program is expected to drive significant advancements in aerospace technology, including materials science, propulsion systems, and avionics. As Boeing embarks on the EMD phase, we foresee a surge in R&D investments that could yield innovations applicable to both military and civilian aviation sectors. The knowledge gained from developing the F-47 could spill over into commercial aviation, enhancing safety, efficiency, and performance in future aircraft designs. Conclusion. The F-47 represents not only a leap in U.S. air combat capabilities but also a catalyst for broader changes in military strategy, international relations, and technological innovation. As the program unfolds, its implications will be felt across the globe, shaping the future of air dominance and the balance of power in the skies for years to come. The successful development and deployment of the F-47 could secure U.S. air superiority, deter potential adversaries, and redefine the landscape of military aviation for the next generation.